Alright guys, wait for your book. Here, just grab whichever one. We'll pick those up.
Oh, I thought.
At the end.
My bad.
Alright. Alright, so we're talking about the Electoral College. Now 5 of the 6 groups turned something in, but the 5 groups that did turn something in, I was really impressed by, and I really didn't want to kind of have a debate on something that it seems like all of you understood. So what needs to happen today is a couple things. We have a checklist of things we need to get done. We did the AP announcements already. The next thing is the Electoral College summary. At some point today, I would like you to tell me which one you believe is the best Electoral College option, and then 2 or 3 reasons why. You can do it in bullet point, or you can do a small paragraph. I just want to check for your understanding so that not only I can see it, but everybody else can see it as well on there. So under the comments section, there's also one group that has not posted their stuff, which needs to be done. You need to put just a quick couple things like, I like the direct vote plan because of this, this, and this. That's it. Okay? There was no reason to have 45 minutes of a debate when you all understood it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you guys did a really good job. But I do want to see your individual understanding going forward. So I'm really excited because tomorrow is, of course, the Super Bowl of America. It's literally a Uncle Sam hat with eagles sticking out, with fireworks coming out of the eagle's eyes, and out of those fireworks are tears of freedom. So I really want you to understand that we are going to analyze, and I want you to make a prediction. I want you to think about this. We're in Vegas. I don't know if you know this, but we gamble in Vegas. Let's say I have $1,000 to bet. Mr. Magnus has $1,000 to bet that his wife doesn't know that he's betting. And he is putting the money down, and you are going to convince me who to put that money on. And so I want you to scroll up to the polls. Scroll up to the polls assignments, the very first one, election night, polls. So there's 3 polls I gave you there. One's just a picture. Click on the picture real quick, it's the second one. It's my favorite picture from the last week. Time Magazine's cover, the end is near, thank God. But that's just a picture, that's just because I like that picture. Now, the other things are 3 polls. One poll is the poll we did in class. Do you remember the poll we did in class that I had you fill out all the questions? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Click on that first. It says Election 2016. Make sure everyone's clicked on it. So it should be a PowerPoint because we did not have enough time to do the website this time around. But on there is every question that we did. It's just the Election 2016. I want you to scroll down. So 39 states took this. About 2,200 students took it. But scroll down until you get to the question that says something about who would you vote for, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. So what you are going to do, now you can do this in groups of 1 to 3, which means if you don't want to be bothered with people, you can do this on your own. If you like to be bothered by at least 2 other people, you can do it in groups of 3, which means you can also be in groups of what? 2 as well, right? So what do you think the first question is that someone asks me? Hey, I have a group of 4, is that cool? No, because what I said was you now either have a group of 3 and 1 group of 1, or you have 2 groups of 2. Okay? I don't want it bigger than that because then one person's going to really have nothing to do, if that makes sense. But if you're tired of working in groups and you want to find your own educational path by yourself, you can do that as well. So in front of you, I have a poll of 2,200 17 and 18-year-olds from 39 states. And if you scroll down to the Electoral College map, you can scroll down for me. So it's not that one, it's that. You're on the 5. This one.
Slide 16.
So you're going to be using this a lot. So it says that per 2,200 17 and 18-year-olds here in the United States, we're looking at Hillary Clinton probably winning the presidency. That really doesn't mean anything because all the votes haven't been cast yet. The other thing we're going to look at are 2 other polls. One is probably the most popular one by Nate Silver, 538.com, and that one has changed since we started today. At the start of the day, Hillary Clinton only had a 62% chance. If you guys could click on the 538 website link now for me. I think it's changed. It's right there, the third one. Looks like she has a 68.3% chance. Things are changing consistently. They update it, I think, every 30 minutes. But you can actually scroll on the state and get even better poll results from that. This is the thing. There's also a third one. It's the Huffington Post one. Click on that one for me right now. So it's the fourth one down. That one's telling me what percentage is that Hillary Clinton's going to win. 98.1%. So listen, I gave you three very different polls and three very different outcomes, essentially. I want you to analyze these three polls and tell me in 3 to 5 detailed paragraphs on Google Classroom comments so we can all see and we can all kind of take a look at them. Who do you think is going to win at why? Using your proper vocabulary, terminology. You're probably want to take out your other Electoral College notes. Remember that packet I gave you as well, and kind of go over that. But I want you to have an open conversation saying, like, not just like, I think Hillary Clinton's going to win because that's who everyone I know is voting for. We're going to look at these data points and be like, listen, the simulation on Huffington Post that did it 10 million times, and 9,800,000 times, like, Hillary Clinton won because of this, this, and this reason. That's why I think she's going to win. And then you go into detail saying why. Okay? There's always a reason why things happen. For example, in 2008, Obama had a very large African American voter turnout in California. Okay? Which is why he easily won California. But it's also a reason why Proposition 2 actually failed in California because they are more of a conservative vote when it comes to that value. And even here, the Latino vote is very strong right now in early voting. But they're very conservative on question 2, legalization of marijuana. So even though we could vote Hillary in, it's a very good chance that we're not going to legalize marijuana because of those 2 factors. So that's the data I want you to look at. If this happens, why does this happen? These are all numbers, and then on Wednesday it's going to be fun to get back together and see if we were right. So you're going to say in your first sentence, I believe blank is going to win with blank amount of electoral votes, and then you write because, and you break it down. And you're only allowed to use these 3 polls. I don't want you to venture out because it's a rabbit hole. Last year I let people do a rabbit hole, and they're like in websites that I don't even know. It's like just Tim's basement. Like, it's very weird places you can get to on polls. So I only want these 3. And I want you to have a conversation consistently doing it. Probably the easiest way is to have an open Google Doc that all of you are typing on if you're in a group of 3. And then you are off to the races. What can I help you? I'm going to be around, obviously, sitting in your groups, helping you out. But are there any questions right now initially? Yes, ma'am.
3 paragraphs on the poll one.
Mm-hmm.
Is 3 paragraphs for our group or each?
So if you have a group of 3, it's 3 to 5 paragraphs. If you have a group of 1, it's 3 to 5 paragraphs. It's whatever you want, for sure. Yeah. Good question. What else?
Can you say the sentence again?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it on the board. I'll write it right next to Donald. Hillary's over here, so she's fine. She's in your corner. But the nice thing about 538, you can click on Nevada, and then you can click on the counties, and then you can get right down to our neighborhood if you really want. It's crazy.
Wait, on which one?
The 538. But I want you to preface, talk about the student one first we did, and then go to the other 2, okay? Any other questions? I'm gonna come around.
Wait, I'm confused.
Okay. I'll come sit down with you guys. I'll put the sentence up there. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get to work.
I mean, now you can have
Which is that? Like district?
That's cool.
She's got like all of these other things, but it doesn't matter. You just start on all the little
Yeah, like little bit.
Yeah.
Why does Trump have support in those certain states, like the horseshoe of nothingness? Like, why do these things exist? I believe blank, insert candidate's name, will win with blank amount of electoral votes because, and then that's how you start. I want you to give me a guess. Give me a number. Okay? Obviously, it has to be over what number?
270.
270. All right, guys, let's get to work. Does that make sense? What I was saying to you on when you click on the states?
No,
Oh.
I couldn't.
Oh, you're on having a function. How about 5 3 box? So click on it.
And where are they running?
And then scroll down. So it says latest polls, and it breaks it down by like our district based on the survey that they did.
For president, maybe.
So if you like you click on it, it'll say the
I'll
area
try.
of it. Scroll down. And then if you go up,
Because like in all of these, like they had. Oh, there's
oh,
like
it's under the
another.
Senate. Scroll up. Then I'll break it down.
But these were just students. Wait, these are the ones that should Oh, okay. So these are what like major candidates for president, organization, who would you vote for, so 50%.
So when you click on the state, please talk about like why you think that is happening.
Wow, she has to. Let's look at the
It's more centered, but it does give more.
Oh my god, I'm so What's your password? I know it's not by a wide margin, but like, you know, considering like the way that our, like the voting is, like, it's like she
Click on
has
the
a
Senate
majority,
one,
she's gonna win.
it will show you a little bit more.
What's so special in terms of like, because all the red states right now, they're nothing really. Like they have little electoral votes, right? Like 3, 4, 2, except for Texas, obviously. But like all of them are like under 10. Most of them are under 10, right?
Because like,
So like, what is it with Donald Trump and
Then you
their
can just click
support
on Nevada and start looking at
versus
polls now.
Hillary?
I mean, like, only about as cheap as you need to go.
Like, how come they have his how come he has their vote but Hillary doesn't, and then Hillary has like the big ones like Florida, California, New York. Like, majority of them are like past 10. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that Hillary gives? Like for office to
No, she does.
I feel like it's just mainly
Yeah, like California.
well, like, you know, California, obviously that's like mainly a liberal state.
Yeah, you said what the second.
And then also feel that yeah, this like
Well, it doesn't have as much results as I hope it does.
also
Then
another
one,
thing.
and then if you go to.
And while like with Florida, they're probably
like what he said, the horseshoe nothingness. What is it with that? Like, why did they drop? Or why are they going I need to learn more about it because
I mean, we could add some that. Okay, no, to kind of be like a show like or just with the words, so that one state as a chat, like that sounds better. Why? Try to say
the smaller spaces, those are the ones that grow pretty. They have like 10, 20. And she has California. California? That's 55. Very green. Like the space that she got are the ones that have that count most for like website, okay, she has the bowl from the station that have it.
I was looking at Washington DC was. Working on your own? Oh, we're doing it right now. An easy way to do this is each of you takes one of the polls and then starts writing like bullet points, and then you can form the paragraph.
Do we all have to have the same view?
Oh,
Right, trying to get rid of our Jay Johnson
It's 0.0%. It's obviously gonna be. Gary Johnson's still he has been. There's gonna be like a landslide. Third party.
Imagine that you have to say that word, but I don't know how to say it. I know, I think so hard to say What's the question? Okay, and then why do you then I feel
It's always Catherine.
Yeah, I got it.
I never hear anything about Trump. Really? Never. There's like.
Alright,
Okay, it says right here, Maine also awards one election vote to the winner of each of its 2 congressional districts. Maine also awards one election vote to the winner of each of its 2. And it says there's 2 statewide elections.
Wait, no, we did the first sentence wrong. It's supposed to be like that.
like in the right bullet points.
First is your
And then
identity.
it's much easier to then form that. Does that make sense?
I'm trying to like.
So if you took the student one, you took the 538 one, the post one, then in the Google Docs, you put bullet points, and then you see that it's much easier to write. Does that make sense? Real quick, guys, the suggestion I've given to a couple groups, just real quick. It's much easier if you guys are in a group to divide it up, and then each of you takes one of the polling points, and then you put bullet points into your Google paper, right? And then you can form a paragraph. Don't try to like write the paragraph together. You're not going to get that done. But one person should take 538. One person should take Huffington Post. One person should take the student one, and then kind of write it in there, and then have that conversation going forward. So we got about 20 minutes left, right? All right, get back to work.
I'm probably
Okay.
Like in actual, like actually, like really what?
I don't know. I gotta look at the actual thing. I can make assumptions. I have no clue. I actually have to study this. 300. Oh damn, man, that's quite a big number.
And then, I don't know, give me any. Yeah.
I'll do the one with the map. The PowerPoint? Last night? What year did
How I formally question it.
Yeah, you can come in this
But there should be more than that. So like even without the vouchers, you would like 5
I'm still what doing. Because mine's.
Yeah, it
Pennsylvania is
More mature.
Also,
She called me a person.
20. And New York one,
and the years that matters the most. And the states that matters the most. Like right here was like this one spot.
New York has 29, Florida has 29, Pennsylvania has 20, California has 55.
Who you currently support, what kind of president you think Donald Trump is? Great president, 0%. Okay, for Hillary Clinton, on it, actually, if you add this up, it's actually 6%. I mean, that's another thing where you're like, oh, well, even if people are voting for Trump, no one that'd be another reason I would say is like, well, I thought it was interesting, and I thought, so that's what I'm saying, you're doing with these numbers, is like, you're like, I think it's weird, that like, you add the horseshoe thing. Why are they so worried about it? Are we 48? Why are they worried about that you're one of like that's a good sample size. Even if we got.
But I don't want to ignore it, like.
Just 39 states, yes. The only states that are.
How will I see that?
Yeah.
Are we doing two?
I qualify for it.
I have your documents. That's your data.
I'm trying to type something.
1, 2, or 3.
What appears is he won them over.
Was there an essay that voted for kids or students?
But yeah, the ones that are green are the ones that you
pads
Yeah.
So all the blue ones.
Students voted, like the ones that are green are like the ones that
Didn't vote at all, yeah. But the other 39 did, very large sample.
I don't like, yeah, that's why I don't like this type. So you're saying that too? It's in like the top. Sorry.
Sorry.
I got you, Brian, I was saying, I know it's right there. But remember when we went over sample pools and random pools and stuff? Like in the database, only 2015. For sure, what do you think would actually be 20,000? It's the same sample, it's the same ratio the whole way up. That's how sample and random work. Does that make more sense?
Yeah. Why do they take this?
Did you survey them? You can call your house.
So that's how they got, say, oh yeah, this is what's going on. They took a like marketing nexus. What is this? Just basically didn't put it in the voting, and then put these, all the blue ones, are the ones, the ones that voted for the and all the red ones are the ones that voted for Donald Trump. So that means. So Glenn is winning the states that have the most amount of. More like.
All right, I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes to work either individually or in your pairs or groups. And then I want us to share out some of the things we found, and then we're gonna close up. So we have about 5 more minutes, but some of the things you've noticed, I just want you to share out and see if you're on the right path. Okay, a little check to see how we're doing. And then I'll let you wrap it up.
So that means Hillary Clinton would have definitely got into the president because like he had actually wait. 300 almost.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
That would be after, but like her all the
Another thing also is that like along with the popular vote, you also.
So we need to have the same thing, like we need to.
you need to all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solo.
We're closing it again in the first debate that
Would that make sense?
target.
All of you need to agree that like Donald Trump is winning.
Why is look, Gary Johnson is at the bottom for no reason? He's a
And then so,
Maybe
what do we need to
you're
write about that? It's kind of irrelevant how they prove it.
how they prove
How
it.
they
I'm
okay,
Gary
okay.
Johnson.
Yeah.
He's gonna make America.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys good now?
What do we become, guys? I think like.
Okay, so we'll all agree.
I mean, if you want to, I'm just throwing a number based off 3 of the websites. I just didn't have mean, median, and range.
You know what I mean? Like,
Watch, I'm gonna do an average of the 3 websites.
Everybody goes late.
60% I need a number.
So if I get a president with my vote.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know how many.
Because it's for the popular vote.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's something. Start counting. 296. 284, see? No. Out of all of America? My math is coming from the website. This is her designated electoral vote column, and then I added it to her electoral vote for 2 years. and I added them together and I typed out to get an average and the average is 280. Okay, so why don't you so you can add in this one? I don't want to do that either. Okay, so what did you get? I'm fine. Huh? What did you get by adding those two? 284. I don't want to mess up the percentages.
I basically applied that. I don't want to go anywhere this weekend.
All right. Our president's a rule. Damn, I wish they were.
And she was like, I got the next one thing you said.
What the percentages? All right, so give me 230.
What was it in there?
231. Oh, I'm sorry.
She was like, I can't give you the best.
That's the analysis. That makes more sense.
It was like,
That's where we're gonna share out.
I can't.
Does that help? Yeah, that's, takes away.
Why are we starting over?
I wasn't gonna cry that.
Where the Huffington Post.
That's what they told us.
31 that you got from the presentation.
I went over at the end, he was like,
It's addition, it's all plus. What is the
I held it in together. It's my favorite post.
96. It's that. 538.
No, I was not. I just like, no, for what?
You're not doing your math right. To get a median.
It said something like that.
Yeah, right. I did 3 and then divide by 5. Yeah. And I got the average. 266.
2 more minutes, 2 more minutes, I'm gonna share out some of the things we found.
296. And 273. I only get like
Which one? Yeah.
You guys can watch me do it since y'all don't trust that I know how to do
Like, this is what
math.
I love.
Plus,
Something I hope someone brings up.
plus
Is
the
blue on this one,
296.
it's definitely not blue on the other two. So like, the horseshoe, nothing needs to ever be.
266.
It didn't really go, right?
Technically, it wasn't 0. I don't know what y'all were doing over there.
You know, instead of just.
67. And you think that's 267. What were you doing?
How long will that take?
And we're back at zero. Hillary Clinton will win by 0 electoral votes. For the first time in history, a president wins by 0 electoral votes. When you add non-electoral votes to electoral votes, and you have to get 0.
Marco.
That's how I felt with my SAT prep yesterday. It told me to find the average of all these numbers, and I got 0, but I was pressed it. I was like, what kind of average is 0? And I should have the number was like the average was 0. The SAT is 300.
Great. Okay,
So we're gonna go to 267.
let's come back together. Guys. Alright, so we're gonna come back together. I just wanna check, I think some of you might feel a little overwhelmed, or some of you might feel good and fine, and so let's kind of check in on things going. Listen, numbers can mean anything to anybody. It's very simple and basic and straightforward, like, and you should have noticed that some of these other numbers do not match up with the other websites, which is strange. So what are some things, what are some pieces of proof you guys are gonna throw in